Some fondly remembered game designs have aged poorly. But if I didn't know that The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker came out 10 years ago on the GameCube, it would be easy to believe that this HD re-release was a brand new Wii U game. That's how well this classic action role-playing game holds up. Its admirable longevity stems from excellent combat, charming characters, fun side quests, inventive dungeons, one of the series' best stories, and a cel-shaded art style that, while divisive at the time, still looks great. For the re-release, Nintendo made very smart decisions about what to update and what to leave alone. Back in the day, Wind Waker's cartoony style came under fire for being too kiddie. But the joke's on its critics, because while its contemporaries haven't stood the test of time well, Wind Waker has refused to grow old. Visually, the new HD treatment isn't much more than a texture update and a new lighting system, but it's impressive and immersive. It's noticeable from Link's first steps on Outset Island all the way to the climactic final battle. The open seas look amazing in HD, and the increased draw distance really makes trips between islands feel isolated, but also intriguing. The new lighting is sometimes a double-edged sword though, creating the one giveaway that Wind Waker HD is older than it seems. In situations where Link is close to light sources or in dark areas, the soft shadows that wrap around him add a slightly weird volume to his character that looks strange and clay-like. It isn't revolting, just distracting. Overall, Wind Waker HD has lost very little of its visual brilliance, and looks great whether you're playing on the TV or the gamepad screen. Nintendo made some notable tweaks to adapt Wind Waker HD to Wii U, but its most charming elements were there from the start. The wide-open overworld and great characters, for example, possess a level of charm and personality that holds up well against similar modern games. The signature dungeons showcase intricate and inventive puzzle design that will be just as great in another 10 years. But Wind Waker's best feature is its combat, and it's still the best of any action RPG I've ever played. With a reliable lock-on system and lots of offensive combat options, fights never get repetitive over its 30-hour length. And that's before we even start to talk about what's new. On Wii U, Wind Waker benefits from clever use of the second screen. The biggest boon is using it to swap out inventory items without having to pause, making the world feel more seamless and uninterrupted. And for anyone who felt the original version was too easy, now there's Hero Mode that doubles enemy damage and makes it so that health can only be regained by drinking potions. It's a challenging alternative for anyone worried they've outgrown this adventure. As important as what's added, though, is what's been taken out. There's still an awful lot of sailing to do, but Nintendo heard that complaint and created a new Swift Sail, which decreases travel time by half. It's still too long considering ship-to-ship combat isn't nearly as interesting as fighting with your feet on the ground, but I appreciate that change. As a returning fan, I couldn't have asked for much of a better treatment. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD holds up as a marvelous game, full of unique and wonderful surprises that remind me why it's the best 3D Zelda. If you've never braved this amazing seafaring adventure, the Wii U version offers the definitive way to experience a charming story that will stick with you once it's all over. For more on everything Zelda, stay right here on IGN.